Hello, friends. Welcome to the Epic Alchemy podcast. This is episode 9, and I am your host, Jill Davenport. And today I want to talk about visibility and the blocks that come up around it, and why it's important to have visibility no matter what you're doing. Visibility is useful and necessary for whether you have a business or you don't, and whether you're trying to further your career or you're not. So, anytime that someone has a goal, visibility can help. So, we have these visibility blocks that come up, and we might not even recognize them because they're really sneaky sometimes. And every time you go to a new level, there will be new visibility blocks that will come up. So even if you're a super visible person, I have clients that are very visible um, all the time. They're kind of like low key. Some of them are low key, kind of famous a little bit, and they still have visibility blocks that come up. So first of all, I just want to say if you're watching on YouTube, you can see. If you're not, I am doing this as an experiment, well, or part of like an ode to the visibility thing. I have weird lighting. That was not my choice, but I am not wearing makeup and I have pulled my hair back because, as someone who that's one visibility block that comes up with people, and I know that it comes up for me a lot. It's like my hair has to be really great and I have to have makeup on and I have to be wearing the right outfit and all this stuff, and it's like by the time you get ready, then it's like it's taken so much time to when you could have just done the thing. So I guess I'm getting to a point in my life where I still wear makeup sometimes, but I just like I can't be bothered. And I'm not letting that get in the way. Like I had all these things come up when I was all these thoughts about making this video audio, but I'm also recording on YouTube and or wherever this will live. And I wanted to do this because, like I share in my previous podcast, this podcast is sort of my exercise in doing things that are uncomfortable, in pushing myself and my boundaries. And that is one of my edges is, um, not having to be perfect and put together in order to show up. So I do like to be put together. It's something that I prefer, but sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'm losing the light and I won't be able to record this if I, go and dry my hair. My hair is wet, it's pulled back. If I go and dry my hair and I put makeup on and whatever, and like I'm just kind of getting over wearing mascara. So anyway, so that's what's going on with me here because I wanted to demonstrate that is a visibility block that comes up for people. Now, I digress. I want to say visibility is important for pretty much everyone that has a goal because the more people that know about us, that know about our goal, that know about what we're trying to create, the more likely it is that they're going to want to help, they're going to want to support, they're going to want what you have to offer. But if you're not showing up and people don't know you're there, or they forget that you're there because you have to remind them that they're there because people are busy, they're not just focusing on somebody that they met once and then they never see him again. They're not going to be thinking about that, usually, sometimes, but we can't rely on that. So being visible helps keep you in mind, keeps you top of mind, and it also helps you to make better connections because the more we see somebody, the more we hear from somebody, the closer the relationship we build with them or the closer we feel to them. So, if you have a business, you definitely need visibility. If you don't have a business, then you also need visibility if you have in your work. And visibility isn't showing up on social media always. That's a form of visibility. That is a vessel of visibility, but that is not the only way to be visible, of course. So, by being more visible, first of all, you're going to build or you're going to need to build your confidence But you know where confidence comes from? Doing. So as you're showing up more in ways that are pushing your boundaries or pushing your limitations, then you're going to start to grow more confidence. So if you say, I'm going to use this as an example, but there are plenty of ways that you can be visible that have nothing to do with video, that have nothing to do with social media, that don't even have to do with being online. So I'm just using this as an example, but if you do a video every day for 30 days, if you show up live on video every day for 30 days, by the time you're on day 28, you're going to feel completely different about it than you did on day 1 and 2. So you're going to feel more confident because you've been doing it and you're kind of ironing out the wrinkles of what you were doing, and you're going to feel just like, oh, okay, I've got this. Like with anything, like with playing guitar, riding a bike, or anything like that, it's a practice. Here's where visibility blocks come up. Oh, there's so many of them. Okay. So I've already named one. And with the needing to be put together, the perfectionist, right? Needing everything to be perfect. And uh, also, there's, what are people going to think of me? Or people don't like me? Or, I don't want to bother people. These are things that I hear from clients and people that I talk to all the time about visibility and showing up and keeping showing up. And I know that I've had these thoughts as well. So these are normal, but these thoughts will keep you from showing up. And I want to say visibility blocks are really sneaky because our brain wants to keep us safe. And it's going to tell us these things because when you become more visible, it feels like a threat sometimes. It can feel like a threat to our nervous system. It can feel because it can feel like we're being judged, or we are subject to ridicule, or whatever the things that come up with showing up. That's usually a big one. Is like the fear of being judged, and that is the way that our brains keep us. They want to keep us the same because it's working. We're not dead. So our brain is telling us to that when we are staying the same, that we are safe. So any kind of change you make, your brain is going to fight you on it. That's just how it is. And that's okay. Just knowing that, you can recognize it and then you say, "Okay, I see what you're doing." So some visibility blocks that people have are that there's only one way to do it and they have to do it that way, and so they will just like not do it, or they'll say they're going to do it and then they don't do it. They don't show up. That could be like scheduling meetings with people, that could be showing up online, that could be showing up for articles, that could be putting your name in the hat to be up for some award, putting off contacting people that you want to contact, that you need to contact in order to grow your business or to grow your goal. Going out on, if this is like a whole nother direction, but like dating, like going out on dates with people, because it's like the more visible you are, the more you're likely to find a partner, right? Like, so uh, just any time that you're not showing up and being seen, and there's something that you want and you know that that can help, or you might not even know, because this is another visibility block, is to say that it doesn't matter, that it's not going to do anything, that you need like one big impact in order to get the results you want, where it's actually a string of small impacts. It's actually like micro visibility opportunities that really add up. Sure, you can have like one big kaboom, but it's really the small ones. And those are the hardest ones twofold. Those are the hardest ones to believe that they are important enough that you need to do them. It's like, it's so small that it's maybe you can talk yourself out of it and say, it's not going to do anything. It's not that important. It's going to take a long time. And but actually those are the things that move the needle forward. And then there's like the big things that you might do. You might be like, I just want to like do one big thing, and then you do the big thing, and then you realize that you actually need to do more things after that. Like that one big thing, you might be like, ta-da, and then crickets. And then there's the waiting and saying, well, I thought that was going to do something, and then it's very discouraging because what you thought was going to happen didn't happen from that one big boom. So doing these micro things are really the thing that moves the needle the most forward because you need those on either side of the kaboom as well. So these are my thoughts on visibility and what I've noticed from helping people with their visibility for quite a while. I love talking to people about their visibility because there's so many ways that you can be visible. And if you don't like one way that you're drawn to, then either you can find a different way or find a different thought about it. You have two options on that. So you can either find a way to really love it because we can do that. We do have that possibility and we do have that option, or find a different way. But if you find yourself every time you find a different way, you also don't like that way, then you know that it's you and your thoughts, and that's what needs to change. And then the good thing about that is that any way can work because you just got to change those thoughts and find a way to make it fun and find a way to make it enjoyable. So we do naturally have a tendency to enjoy certain mediums or certain ways, whether it's like one talking to people one on one, talking to groups, speaking to large groups, or making videos, making short videos, making long videos, all sorts of ways, because there's so many ways to be visible, and that's the beauty of it. But I can guarantee you, mostly, I think, if you have a goal, visibility will help you achieve that goal. And it might not be in a way that you think. But here's the thing, yeah, the more people that know about the goal that you are going after, the better. Because if you're needing help with that goal or you are needing some kind of way to have other people involved, which is usually true, then this is going to be helpful for you. And just notice if there's anything that you need to do to show up somewhere and you're thinking, oh no, or I don't want to do it, there's this like little fear, in the back of your head and you don't do it, or you keep saying you're going to do something, show up somewhere or do something or ask somebody to a meeting or whatever, speak up and whatever, and then you keep not doing it, that's a visibility block. So be aware of that. And I am hosting a a webinar about visibility, creating sustainable visibility in this time, quarter 4 of this year, of the fall, of the holidays, all that. So, getting set up for that so that you're not overwhelmed, so that you do it in a sustainable way and uh, find a way that really works for you. And if you're having visibility blocks that come up, I'm going to help you with some reframes around that so that you can be free to be more visible and actually do and get what you want. So I'm going to put the link for that in the show notes and you can sign up. It is free. And I hope to see you there. I have so much more to share about visibility, but this is just we're just breaking the ice on this, as you say, which is another trick that I have about visibility, and I'm going to teach you that too at the workshop. So come to the workshop, webinar, whatever it's called. It's there will be a slideshow because you know what? I'm going to be adding to some slides that I used for my last talk, which I got so excited about the slides, and I'm going to be adding on to that to make it more specific about this time and all of the things that you need right now at this time of the year in this year 2025. So I hope to see you there and I will see you next time. Bye.